that really had started fascinating me when I was in this little jug band. It was like a little toy jug band. We were all 18. Nobody'd done the 10,000 hours yet, but we were there. You know, we were ready to go to it. And I think that one of the things that really made the whole thing kind of gel was hearing a tune from a guy named Gus Cannon. This is the guy who wrote Walk Right In, among other things, and he'd been Banjo Joe, and then he had this great jug band, and it went like this. I already liked it because I like anything that starts. Now my head is hanging down with those prison wall blues. The white mule made me act a cockeyed clown. Now I got no time to lose. When they put you behind that gate, you wish you hadn't done it. Honey, now it's too late. I got them prison wall blues, keep a rolling across my mind. Folks, all I can say is this tune just brought out the kleptomaniac in me. She's one of those girls who seems to come in the spring. One look in her eyes and you forget everything you had ready to say. And I saw her today, yeah. A younger girl keeps a rolling across my mind. No matter how much I try, I can't seem to leave a memory behind. I remember her eyes, soft, dark and round. Said she'd never been in trouble, not even in town. A younger girl keeps a rolling across my mind. And she'll hang around, acting like her brother. In a few more years, they call us right for each other. And why? If I wait, I'll just die. Yeah, a younger girl keeps a rolling across my mind. No matter how much I try, I can't seem to leave a memory behind. I remember her eyes, soft, dark and brown. Said she'd never been in trouble, not even in town. A younger girl keeps her rolling across my mind. Yes, a younger girl keeps her rolling across my mind. That I'd be playing that song long enough for it to become creepy. Nowadays, though, I'm playing for folks of all ages. And, you know, it started with people, then it became people and their children, now it's people and their grandchildren, but I have gotten some great questions from the youngest members of my audience occasionally. One of them was a young guy who came up after the show, stood pretty much right here and goes, "So, why do you need two guitars?" thought about it, and I realized that this is a logical question, because indeed, you know, what's the difference? Well, of course, it's a huge difference. Every one of these instruments have their own little quality. They somehow, when you pick them up, they beg for something. And if you can find it, somebody's going to call you a songwriter. And this, I'd like to dedicate this to Mark Silber, and to John Lundberg, and to all the great guitar builders that come out of this area, or at least have migrated to this general neighborhood. I'm still thinking about you when you're not under my hands. It's so quiet without you. I'm only most of a man, but somewhere under a spotlight, or stuck up under a bed, there's a bucket of dreams in a box, or just the dream in your head. Is it lost in a pawn shop, or somewhere broken apart? We'll put them all back together with the strings of your heart. Is it something your dad gave you? Is it older than that? Is it brand new right out of the box? Did it bust you flat? Did it belong to your first big hero, back when he was getting his start? There ain't nothing like music when you play on the strings of your heart. Hear that music coming down the street. I really have to depart, but I'll be waiting to hear you play on the strings of your heart. Yes, I'll be waiting to hear you play on the strings of your heart. But you know, this music game, it doesn't always work in your favor. I guess I'm talking about the fact that you got to go out and play. You got to be away from your family. And there comes a time when you realize, I'm starting to lose touch with my people here. And one of the ways that used to be a kind of a get back in there kind of a solution for me was lullabying. See, I have two guys, very, very different characters, My oldest is very musical. He's a musician. And he was a cinch to lullaby. You know, all you had to really do was, come up with a kind of a waltz time thing and he was out. That was it. That was gone. So there was a moment for the Lovin' Spoonful. It was really one of the highest points and the coolest things that ever happened to us. We got an invitation, got the call from Motown, and they wanted us to open for the Supremes for a whole summer, all through the South, 1966. What an education for the little city boy, yes, and the little Canadian guy. We were just out, we were really out of our element. Thank God that the guys in the Motown Orchestra were just the best guys. They were so helpful. They'd show us little tricks, like, okay, not gonna be able to eat in the restaurant in this next hotel, so you go out, you get yourself a can of Dinty Moore beef stew, you pop the top with your pocket knife, you put it on the hotel radiator. When you come back from the gig, fine dining, folks. And there were 100 things like that, just little tactics of how to try to keep a shirt looking clean for a tour where you were really just finishing the show and getting back on the bus. And of course, everybody would end up falling asleep on each other, and you'd end up lying there. I mean, probably drooling on Diana or something. Well, that particular bus is worth mentioning because it really was not the Kenny Chesney model of tour bus. This was a school bus. And it used to break down all the time. And when it would break down, that's when me and Zal would end up sitting on the bumper and just talking about stuff. And Zal Yanofsky was such a valuable partner for me. But he was not a songwriter. He would complete a little thing here and there, but he felt like songwriting was kind of like, ooh, too revealing. You do it. That was always his solution. And he would always have a way to get me sort of hooked on an idea. And it would always be elliptical, the conversation. You'd never see it coming. We're sitting on the bus bumper. He goes, man, what is happening to music nowadays? I mean, what does it take? Just long hair and 4 guys with guitars? I mean, is that all it is? Our pal Eric, man, over in England, they're calling him God. I mean, he's a Stratocaster player. Calm down. He says, man, musicians should play for the dancers. And I went, yeah, that's right, Zal. They should play for the dancers. And he whirls on me. He goes, man, but you're not doing that. No, you're like in last year somewhere. We got to be writing tunes like Holland Dozier and Holland. We got to come up with those straight 8 tunes, those Baby Love and Where Did Our Love Go? Straight 8, not with the 2 and 4 accentuation. Just straight 8. You ever listen to those tunes, you'll hear, if you listen closely, you can hear people stomping on a choir stand. That's one of the ways that Baby Love achieved that really cool straight A sound, right? Well, I'm gonna interrupt my story at this time because there's nobody here to interrupt me. So I'm gonna do it myself. And I'm gonna skip now to 1999. Now the Spoonful weren't in the Hall of Fame or anything, but I got a call from Paul Schaefer to come and play harmonica for the Staple Singers. And they were all there, and I got to meet Pops, and oh man, it was fantastic and exciting, and then they cut the tune. This is what happens in television. It just happens. But here we were, it was the night before the actual show. I was already in the room, so I go and sit next to Mary Wilson. Hi. Yeah. And nothing is more fun than watching Mary talk about Diane. So Diana Ross is on stage. She is having a wonderful period of visibility because of the Billie Holiday movie. Well, like I say, this is just the dress rehearsal, but man, she comes out in that black, sparkly dress with the gardenia. She looks divine. And she sings so great. She does one of Billie's tunes, and it's really good. Finish the tune, and all the cameramen, they sort of back up for a minute, and then they let their cameras down. And the lights come back up, and I realize, okay, we're on like a break where they reset everything. And while that's happening, I notice that Diana is scanning the audience now until she settles on my table. And right in the middle, with this beautiful gown on and this beautiful gardenia, she goes, "Didn't I sleep with you in a school bus in Alabama?" What a day for a daydream. What a day for a daydream boy. And I'm lost in a daydream. Dreaming about a bundle of joy. And even if time ain't really on my side, it's one of those days for taking a walk outside. I avoid the day to take a walk in the sun and follow my face on some of this new mowed lawn. I've been having a sweet dream. I've been dreaming since I woke up today. It's the irony and my sweet dream. 'Cause she's the one that make me feel this way. And you can be sure that if you're feeling right, a daydream will last till long into the night. Tomorrow at breakfast you may pick up your ears. Oh, you may be daydreaming for 1,000 years. Sure that if you're feeling right, a daydream will last till long into the night. Tomorrow at breakfast you may pick up your ears, or you may be daydreaming for 1,000 years. What today for a daydream.